When you think of classical music, do you tend to think of men in powdered wigs who lived centuries ago? Well, those guys certainly deserve recognition, but don't forget that present-day composers are creating exciting new works as well, including artists from right here in Alabama. Melissa Bowman takes us to the symphony.
Bach, Beethoven, Mozart. We know the names, but how much do we really know about classical music? It can feel intimidating, but thanks to groups like the Montgomery Symphony Orchestra, modern audiences are connecting with the masters.
The beautiful thing about classical music is something that's very much alive, and we're creating art in the moment, and it's something that you have to experience in person. It's an opportunity that eventually I think people come back and say, okay, well, that time we went to the symphony and we really enjoyed it, let's try it again.
For nearly 50 years, the symphony has been entertaining audiences at classical and pops concerts. But they don't just perform, they also educate. At events like their pre-concert chats, guests learn interesting facts about famous composers and their music.
I think composers and great musicians, just like great athletes, we hold them in such a high regard and we kind of idolize them. We forget that they're real people, just like we are.
Including people from Alabama. The symphony's newest educational initiative, the Alabama Composers Project, shines a light on the Yellowhammer State.
Our goal is to commission one new work per season by composers who are either from Alabama or their work is influenced by Alabama history and culture. I think a lot of orchestras commission pieces, but to sort of really direct it towards our heritage here in the state is something that I think is unique.
From country to gospel to rock, Alabama has no shortage of music legends. And soon, just a few blocks from Hank here, audiences will discover Alabama's contributions to classical music.
Montgomery's Davis Theater recently hosted the world premiere of the Alabama Composers Project. It featured Wallpaper Ascot, a piece by Decatur native J.R. Speak. At just 13, he knew he wanted to be a composer after hearing the music of Star Wars.
Something just sort of punched me in the chest, and I, in that moment, knew that I wanted to write music like that. I didn't know what that looked like or entailed, but my mom took me to the nearest music shop, and I got paper and pencils and a little keyboard, and I started writing.
As a kid, J.R. says he didn't know of many Alabama composers, so he's inspired by what the project could mean for the future of classical music in the state.
It's providing an opportunity for Alabama composers or works about Alabama to be out there, but I think what's great is that there's a lot of different kinds of people in this state. And I think giving a platform for not just one type of composer or one type of story, but one that captures the diversity of the state and its history. That is what I'm excited about with this project.
Thanks to the Montgomery Symphony Orchestra, Alabama's contributions to classical music are getting noticed. In fact, people may soon associate Bama as much as Bach with the genre.
Music is something that brings people together in any community, but especially in Alabama. So to then have classical music be more relatable to your average person, I think that's a wonderful initiative. We have great orchestras, great musicians, great composers, and hopefully through this initiative we'll be even adding more composers to our list of great musicians here.
For Simply Southern, I'm Melissa Bowman.
The Alabama Composers Project will feature a variety of artists, from composers early in their careers to those more established. While many of the pieces will be commissioned, the Montgomery Symphony Orchestra will perform existing pieces as well.
To learn more about the Montgomery Symphony Orchestra, its performances, and the Alabama Composers Project, visit montgomerysymphony.org or search for Montgomery Symphony Orchestra on Facebook. Up next on Simply Southern, we're headed to North Alabama to learn more about the 2024 Alabama Excellence in Agriculture winners, Will and Allie Gocher.
When it comes to getting you back on the road of life, Alpha is there by your side when you need us most. Handling your claims quickly. Because now is better than soon, and paid is better than pending. We make sure everything is taken care of, so you can get back to what matters most. ranked #1 for auto insurance customer satisfaction in the Southeast.
I'm Heath Clary from Greensboro, Alabama. I'm proud to be the Alabama Catfish Farmer of the Year. I've been raising catfish for 9 years, and I've been eating it longer than that. From fish fries to taco night, I've tried just about every recipe, and they're all great. Because no matter how you cook it, U.S. farm-raised catfish is always going to be fresh, clean, and mild. I make sure of that. Find recipes and restaurants at uscatfish.com.
Welcome to Farm Bureau Bank. This is our lobby, and these are our tellers, our drive-through. With us, your local branch is you. You need the utility off-road version of those soft city banks, one that understands the freedom you need and the hassles you don't. So join us and enjoy the best of what life out here can be. Farm Bureau Bank, not just branches, roots.
Soybeans is a very versatile product. We make crayons out of it.
A lot of the combines you see rolling through the fields have a lot of plastic side panels that are made from a soy product.
The soybeans that we grow on our farm mostly goes into chicken feed.
Soybean production in Alabama employs over 10,000 people.
We grow some of the best soybeans in the world.
We go the extra mile to make sure when our name is stamped on it, we know it's the best product we can produce.
Hey y'all, I'm Kim Earwood with Alabama Ag in the Classroom, and this Miss Kim's Book Corner is all about the adventures of a crafty hare and a lazy bear in the book Tops and Bottoms. The two animals strike a deal. The hare will grow crops on the bear's land, and they'll split the harvest, tops to the bear and bottoms to the hare. But when the bear realizes he's been tricked, he changes the deal for the next season. To see what happens, you'll have to get the book. You can find it and others like it if you go online to agfoundation.org/books. Miss Kim's Book Corner is brought to you by Alabama Ag in the Classroom. See you next time.